So picture this. You've just touched down in Spain. The sun is shining and you're ready for an incredible adventure. But how do you kick off that very first conversation? Well, in this explainer, we're going to give you the essential building blocks to introduce yourself and really connect with people. We're talking about going from tourist to traveler. Let's dive in.
Okay, before you even say hola, you've got to ask yourself one crucial question. Who am I talking to? Is it a new friend you just met in a cool little cafe? Or is it the formal-looking receptionist at your hotel? Because believe me, in Spanish, this one decision changes absolutely everything. It's the golden rule, and we're going to master it right now. And this right here is the breakdown of that golden rule. On the left, for friends, people your age, casual situations, you're going to use the informal tú. A little trick. Notice how the verbs often end in an S, like tienes, and your is tú. Now for strangers, older people, or informal settings, you show respect by using usted. And look what happens. The S on the verb just vanishes. It becomes tiene. And your becomes su. Getting this down is the key that unlocks pretty much everything else we're going to talk about.
So let's get into our first building block, identity. This is all about learning how to ask for someone's name and where they're from, putting our new formal and informal rules right into practice. Okay, so how do you ask for a name? You've got two fantastic options. In a casual chat, you'll probably use the most common one, ¿Cómo te llamas? But walk up to a hotel manager and you just switch that te to a se, ¿Cómo se llama? Easy, right? The other way, ¿Cuál es tu nombre? Works exactly the same. For a friend, it's tú. For the manager, it's su. See the pattern?
And the answer? Oh, it couldn't be easier. Me llamo Daniel. That's it. Come on, give it a try with your own name right now. Just say it out loud. Me llamo. Perfect.
What about a last name? The word you need to know is apellido. And you guessed it, we follow the same rule. You'd ask a friend, ¿Cuál es tu apellido? And that receptionist, ¿Cuál es su apellido? It's that same simple switch every time.
All right, next up. Where are you from? To ask a friend, you say, ¿De dónde eres? Hear that S at the end of eres? For a formal situation, you just drop it. ¿De dónde es? And you can answer in a couple of ways. You can name your city, Soy de Berlín. Or you can state your nationality, Soy alemán, which means I am German.
All right, pop quiz time. A police officer approaches and asks for your name. Which phrase are they going to use? A, ¿Cómo te llamas? Or B, ¿Cómo se llama? Think back to our usted rule for formal situations.
And the answer is B, correct. A police officer is definitely a formal situation, so they're going to use the usted form, changing te to se. ¿Cómo se llama? You're getting the hang of this.
You absolutely nailed identity. So let's build on that with our second block, details. Here, we're going to get into exchanging some key info, like your age and how people can get in touch with you. To ask someone's age, you'll say, ¿Cuántos años tienes? To a friend, there's that S again, and formally, you just drop the S. ¿Cuántos años tiene? To answer, you say, tengo, and then your age. For example, tengo 23 años. Fun fact, that literally means I have 23 years. You know, in today's world, this is such a useful question for swapping contact info. Tienes móvil for your new friend and tiene móvil for a formal contact. It's simple, direct, and super practical.
Now, let's say they say sí, and they start giving you their number. This is a fantastic chance to practice your listening skills. I'm going to read this out loud in Spanish just how you'd hear it. It would sound like this. 6, 2, 7. 6, 2, 9. 0, 4, 7. Just being able to pick out those numbers is a huge win.
And what about an email address? They might say something like, Sí, es pedro86@aula.com. The two magic words you need to know here are arroba for the @ symbol and punto for the dot. So this whole thing would be read out loud as pedro86@aula.com. Okay, so we've covered who you are and how to get in touch. Let's add that final interesting layer to our first conversation, asking about what someone does for a living. When you want to ask what someone does for work, you've got a couple of great options that are totally interchangeable. The first is ¿En qué trabajas? Or formally, ¿En qué trabaja? The second is ¿A qué te dedicas? Or formally, ¿A qué se dedica? They both mean the exact same thing, so honestly, just use whichever one feels more natural to you.
And when it's your turn to answer, you can do it a few different ways. You can just state your profession.
soy profesor. Or you can say where you work. Trabajo en un banco. You can also describe your role. For instance, trabajo de camarera.
Okay, team, we have all of our building blocks: identity, details, and vocation. Now for the really fun part. Let's put it all together and see what a real conversation looks like.
Get ready for a little role play. Here's the scene. You've just walked into your hotel in beautiful Madrid. You go up to the front desk. This is a formal situation, right? So you know you'll be hearing and using those Usted forms. Let's do this.
Okay, I'll be the receptionist. I'm going to ask you the question, and I want you to say your answer out loud using your own information. Ready? Let's go. Buenos días. ¿Cómo se llama? Nice. Muy bien. ¿Cuál es su apellido? Okay. Perfect. ¿Y de dónde es? And one last thing. Y por último, ¿tiene correo electrónico? Fantastic. You just checked into a hotel entirely in Spanish.
That was awesome practice. And to make sure you have all these key phrases right at your fingertips, we've put everything together on one final super important slide. Think of this as your ultimate cheat sheet.
And there it is. This is your conversation passport. Seriously, I would hit pause right here and take a screenshot of this. It has every single topic we covered, showing you both the informal tú question and the formal Usted's question, plus exactly how to answer. This one slide is your key to getting started.
You know, we've spent all this time breaking down how to ask the questions, but a real conversation is a two-way street, right? So the final question I want to leave you with is this. Now that you can ask, take a minute and think. How would you answer every single one of these questions about yourself? Because that, right there, is your next step to having a real conversation. Thanks for joining us.